What do we know right now about the Louvre jewel heist, how it unfolded, and what makes this case, do you believe, stand out from recent art and jewelry thefts? And I'm also curious, what you believe the chances of recovering this anytime soon are?
Well, what we know is that these are likely not professionals. For a start, they dropped the most valuable item, the crown of Empress Eugenie. One of the people that has been arrested, he has a history of previous theft convictions, petty theft, basically. One was also trying to fled to Algeria. It looks like these were sort of non-professional thieves. What are the chances that we're going to recover? I would say there's still a chance, given that in the execution the thieves were not so professional, so likely they were also not so professional in passing on what they have stolen.
You know, we're looking at images of just stunning, beautiful jewelry. And you say that they're amateurs, but clearly not rank amateurs. How organized do you believe these crimes are? And opportunistic, clearly. But let's talk about fencing these items, because that clearly is going to be the challenge. You may have them, but what's next?
Well, they say the opportunity makes the thief. So if it's also confirmed that they would have had some help from the inside, maybe some, tips, maybe not necessarily logistical support, but some information that they obtained from maybe security staff or people that work in the Louvre Museum. That indeed shows you that. They saw an opportunity and they took it, but they also left quite a lot of DNA. They didn't put the crane that you're also showcasing on fire, which would have been the professional way of doing it, according to the French police. So far that's sort of what we can deduce from all of this.
Why now? We talked about how many of the museums are converted palaces, and they do have perhaps more opportunities than, say, here in the United States. But do you believe we're seeing a surge in these high-profile robberies, or is it just the chance, let's take it while we have it?
I think it's not actually something all that unique. The Mona Lisa, for example, has been stolen. That's how how this particular painting became so well known. I would say what's maybe remarkable is that this is happening in the Louvre, in the most prestigious museum in France. You could understand that they would have trouble guarding every single church, every single small museum, but surely there should be a way to properly protect the most important museum of France. But that's not the case, clearly.
What's the reaction like in Europe, and what do you believe this says about the current state of the global black market for stolen arts and gems? Who could a typical buyer perhaps be?
I think if you steal these kind of items, if you actually want to get the real value, it's not so easy. Of course, if you melt them, you sort of decompose the valuables. You could get some value out of it, but to actually get the real value, I think that must be very, very difficult unless you already have a buyer. But given the fact that these are likely amateurs, they likely did not have a buyer ordering them to do this.
As you detail all this, I wonder if somewhere down the road we're going to see a movie about this and the bungling thieves who stumbled into the theft of a lifetime. What do you think the chances of that are? And are you very curious to see exactly how they did this and how it played out?
Well, yeah, I mean, of course, it's a subject of a lot of attention. There was a German company renting out the type of cranes that the thieves have used, and they already right after the the incident made publicity for their company by referring to this. Yeah, it speaks to the imagination because it's the Louvre, it's the France's most well-known well-known museum. Whether people are going to make a movie out of it, let's see. Maybe if we get more details about the people that did this, they're from a poor neighborhood in or around Paris, apparently. So yeah, I think you can definitely dramatize this if you want to.